Number 5. Gorilla carries 3-year-old boy to safety. If you do good, good will come to you. This wholesome story is a classic example of this quote. A 3-year-old boy was on a visit to the Brookfield Zoo with his parents when they became the unfortunate victims of a great mishap. The child climbed through a barrier to try and get a closer look at the gorillas in the western lowland gorilla pit when he slipped and fell right into the enclosure. The boy suffered several bruises and abrasions as he tumbled down into the pit, but that wasn't the worst. A gorilla was approaching the injured kid, which frightened everyone who was watching. To everyone's surprise, the 8-year-old female gorilla named Binti Jua, instead of toying with the kid, cradled the baby and carefully carried him to safety. She took the baby near the gate where the zookeepers normally enter the pit. Binti Jua looked after the boy for the entire time until help arrived. According to officials, Binti Jua was so empathetic towards the child because she herself was abandoned by her mother when she was an infant and had been brought up by humans. Although Binti Jua is the real hero here, the ones who were kind to her and raised her deserve credit for saving the little boy's life. Number 4. Drunk man ends up face to face with a bear. No matter what anyone says, drinking and going to the zoo is officially the worst idea ever. And here's why. This merry man from Poland was so wasted that he decided to enter the bear enclosure at a local zoo. However, after entering, the drunkard was terrified when he noticed the bear behind him. The bear in the enclosure was named Sabrina and was apparently a domesticated circus animal. She sprinted towards her new friend, which scared the man to the bone, and he jumped straight into the water body below. Sabrina, excited by this, playfully proceeded to approach her friend in the pool. It would have been a classic Mowgli and Baloo adventure if the man didn't turn on his killer mode. As Sabrina approached, he invited the wild beast to a fight. They grappled for a while, after which the man tried to drown the bear by submerging her head underwater. Sabrina was left absolutely stunned by this, which gave the man a window to escape. He quickly rushed to high ground, leaving the bear heartbroken by the betrayal. The man was later rescued by a fire truck and managed to escape with minor cuts. Although Sabrina wasn't physically injured, she was left greatly distressed following the incident and was growling nervously in the water until her carers came to comfort her. Number 3. Mentally unstable man jumps into lion exhibit area. Don't do drugs, kids, or you might just end up like this man. A 46-year-old man named Chong Ho Chen was so intoxicated and high on amphetamines that he started hearing voices in his head and seeing things that led him to the lions at the Taipei Zoo in Taiwan. He jumped straight into the enclosure where a lion and lioness were inhabiting. Just as you can see in the video, the man is only a few feet away from the wild cats and seemed to be waving his arms to explain something to the poor creatures, who looked extremely confused. The man takes off his shirt and holds it up like a matador, which angers the male lion, causing him to snap and grab the shirt off his hands. The man looks startled by this sudden action and shrugs before backing off a bit, but doesn't seem like he has any intention of running away. The lion was getting infuriated by the man's trespassing on their property and decided to take action by burying his canines on the man's leg. The man slaps the lion, which causes it to back away. Despite getting attacked, Chen doesn't seem like he has any plans of getting to safety as he sits on the rocks and stares at the lion. The 300-pound male launches another attack, biting his arm this time. The rescue team uses a high-pressure water hose to drive the lions away from the man, and used darts to tranquilize the animals. The man was then convinced to get back to safety, after which he was sent to a psychiatric hospital. He escaped with severe bites, but the lions were completely unharmed.